tea party without recording.
Maybe I really want to read the all-cast review session. I don't give a shit about the recording, I just want to read
Anyway, welcome back to this last part of Himatsubushi. Thank you very much for playing Higurashi when they play Himatsubushi.
I love Oishi, I want to have sex with him.
Played Takasana's book. Mufu. Oh my, no matter what anybody else says, I was the star of the scenario this time. On top of that, they added some nice jazzy theme music. If you can't laugh there, here, well, can you laugh? No.
I love Oishi.
Anyways, hasn't there been too much of you lately, Oishi? Huh? What do you mean by that? Rika-san...
Mion! Man, fuck Mion!
She meant that literally.
Sadako's in this.
Sadako's here!
Sadako's not in this game. Get out of here. They mentioned her by name once.
Literally once.
It's rather imprudent of you to try and hog that spotlight here, even though you already had all the screen time. Rena's not even mentioned in this game.
Besides, Rika-chan, who was the main heroine. Besides Rika-chan, who was the main heroine, everybody else didn't really have any appearances, did they, Star?
I haven't done Rena voice in so long.
I heard that this time the scenario was a bit of a side story, but I didn't think that they would leave out the main cast this much.
Man, you didn't have it so bad, Mion-san. At least you had a few appearances, did you not? Both Rena-san and I didn't even have a cameo.
Rena still shows up to the covers a lot. Fuck, you bitch!
I'm
You
sorry.
absolute motherfucker!
I'm sorry.
Rena still shows up on the covers a lot, so she's still okay.
I'm excited, okay? This is my favorite part. Exactly what are you trying to say then? That I was the only outcast with no appearances? Is that it?
Nipa Star.
They only treated me horribly.
How sad, how sad. They'll probably just keep treating you worse and worse until you finally drop down to a supporting role.
That's just too much.
That's not true. There's lots of people who like Sadako-chan.
Me.
Me. They won't treat you that horribly, okay?
I don't like being treated like this. Remember when Ryukishi was going to write Sadako out of the game if people did not like her enough?
What are you saying?
Do you not remember that in the Unscramble of the Words? When he talks about Sadako, and he's like, would have not continued to use this character, but she ended up being popular, like enough of a hit with the fans. That's in the Unscramble.
I don't remember that at all.
He literally says not directly, like, Sadako continues to show up because people liked her. And that he was writing her ass out if they did not like her.
I don't fucking
It's in the Unscramble. It deadass is in the Unscramble.
I had no idea either.
Yeah, it's in the Unscramble. It's under Sadako's name in the Unscramble.
I think you'll probably have a lot of appearances next time. So chill up, okay, Star?
But I'd heard that this scenario was supposed to be somewhat of a bonus story. But is it really? I think that things got kind of complicated.
The story was a bit difficult for me to understand.
Rika, shut up.
Yeah, what I found hard to believe was that the year before the string of mysterious deaths, Rika-chan already knew all about them.
Which means, all of the incidents were part of someone's scenario. That's a pretty important piece of information.
It's probably because I'm the Shrine Maiden, so I know the futures from Oyashiro-sama's divine revelations.
Shut.
That's it.
For somebody like me who believes in the theory that it was the work of human culprits, I'd like to deny that.
I believe in the curse, so that Rika-chan, who's a living incarnation of a deity that protects Hinamizawa, Oyashiro-sama, could have that divine power as could have that divine power as a possibility, I think.
Nope. For someone who thinks it was the work of man, that kind of unfounded fantasy will not stand. All the incidents were caused by people. There's no curse, or magic, or aimbots, or cheat codes.
Mion's a gamer, guys.
Mion's a gamer, by the way. It would be wonderful if we could, if I could use magic, though.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Star. If it's Rika-chan, I could go along with it. How? With that? How?
Well, for the people who believe it was the work of humans, the ending was a big revelation. From the first incident until Rika-chan was killed in the Great Disaster, everything was scripted. Knowing that it's all one big incident vastly increases the amount of material you can hypothesize with.
I think that the prophecy was proof in itself that Rika-chan had some divine power. In other words, is the proof that there's some mysterious power at work in Hinamizawa. Jump scare. I think it's proof that the incidents weren't the work of humans alone. The inside of my head is so muddled, I don't know what's going on.
Oh god, I forgot Rika's so ugly. Oh, Mia's awesome.
Heroin.
Alright.
The heroin addict.
Oh, that's right. More importantly, that expression that Rika-chan was wearing this time. That was super scary, wasn't it?
What?
Me. Yeah, I was surprised too. I never thought that a cute little Rika-chan would laugh like that.
Can I get cryptic, cursed Rika-chan face?
Hey, just for a little bit. Could you show us that face one more time?
I don't want to. I don't want her to do that. To do that outside of the story. How?
I want to see it. What? A blackout? Who's speaking?
Where is it?
I'm gonna do me.
Probably Brenna. What? What's this? A blackout?
Like this song. Fascism!
Nobody move. Anywhere move. Oh.
That's Sadako. Yeah, nobody move. Anywhere movements, then you'll come face to face with a combo trap that takes you from a pendulum to a landmine to an electric chair with a buzzsaw.
Sadako, what is the meaning of this?
The boys. The fucking boys. We'll now be starting the after party for everybody who didn't have an appearance this time.
Thanks for that wonderful introduction. Hello again, everybody.
Hey, it's Mion. Tomatake Flash. I didn't think that I'd have an appearance here of all places. I'm delighted though. Satoko-chan, thank you.
Whoa, hello everybody. Yeah.
No, my! Didn't I warn you not to move?
Brooklyn, it's your character.
You have like a character appearance for like 8 seconds.
Ryuyu-san, are you okay? Hojo-san, you didn't have to go this far.
TY, thank you. The grudge of somebody not making an appearance is a terrible thing.
Sadako had lots of appearances in the main scenario.
God, I hope Shion doesn't show up.
The grudge of someone not making an appearance. Damn it. When was she able to set this many traps?
Maybe that was when this place was selected as the venue for the after party. At that point, my traps were already set.
Literally, Nagito got it, Danganronpa.
Oh, I know. There's somebody behind you pulling the strings. There is, isn't there? Come out.
The Shion moment.
There she is.
Praise me. Praise me. Hi guys, it's Shion.
Is that her fucking voice?
Do you not remember that being Shion? Dude, you should hear me do it through the entirety of Watanagashi. And go from, hi guys, it's me, Mion, to, hi guys, it's me, Shion.
Hi guys.
The final stretch of that game, the last like chapter, just alternating between like, no, Mion, don't do that, and Shion, I hate you, the entire fucking time.
Hello, my sister. How are you doing?
Oh, it's Shion-chan. Hello.
Face Shion in her giant
Yeah.
Face Shion in her giant fucking dress. Is that the inversion from Modern Warfare 2?
She fell for the trap again.
What a dumb asshole.
I feel sorry for her falling for the same trap twice.
I thought it was you, Shion. Even though you're penciled in to be the main character in the next scenario.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
This is an outrage. Now you've gone and done it.
I can't wait for you to voice Shion throughout the entire chapter. Fuck.
Chapter 5 is fucking great.
Even if it is only the bonus scenes before the answer arcs, I can't let my sister have all the appearances. I'm not that generous, you know. Well, Star, in any case, I'll let Sadako start a little something. Grr. Shion, what is that you want?
What is it?
Fuck off. Let's just say I'm securing myself a little safety buffer. The other day, for some reason, you were steadily getting more votes in the popularity poll.
Shion is so based.
Yup, in the first half of the Tanagashi chapter, there were a lot of people getting infatuated with me, Chan.
Smug me on.
When your malicious side made its appearance, all the players finally started noticing my charm. Sadako also earned a good reputation during the Tatanagaroshi arc. Rena and Rika-chan have a strong baseline of support. Your popularity has long since faded away. That's why. I thought I'd take the time now to crush you and Sadako, who've been getting too many votes for my comfort. So I came up with this elaborate plan.
Nah? Fion-san, what did you just say now? You're gonna crush me as well?
You're a little too slow to notice, aren't you, Shorty? Here you go. Shorty got a baddie.
What?
Goodbye, all you regulars. Hello to all you irregular folk. All the main characters are done for. Shion-chan, you don't have to go that far. Probably.
Well now, Jiro-san. It's interesting, so just let it be. The number of appearances for both of us is gonna go up, you know, Jiro-san. Do you not like being by my side?
That's not true.
Chie-sensei, did Shi-chan pay you off too?
Hey, yo, Brooklyn.
Oh my
No,
It's the same
sleep.
line.
There you go. You got.
I'm sorry, Ryugi. What the fuck?
Ryugi.
Ryugi-san. Shion-san said she would make me a new segment called Teach Me, Chie-sensei, starting from the next scenario. So I just...
Well then, who should I dispose of next in a most embarrassing manner? Maybe Sadako, since she helped me set this all up.
Who is this? It's... Irie. Of course it's Irie. Irie has to simp for Sadako.
Sadako-chan, I won't allow that. Hiya!
It's the best part of the game.
Coach!
Yeah, he seems somehow reliable for once.
Hi, Kyosuke Irie shall not allow any aggression against Satoko-chan. I may just be a supporting character, but don't think you can persuade me so easily.
Oh, then you're saying you want to withdraw from being the lead in live performance, Sadako's maid training dress-up chapter that we planned on filming after this.
Shion-sama, I, Kyosuke Hirie, shall follow you to the depths of hell!
That was fast. Well then, with this, I'm holding all the cards, even in this after-party scene too. I'll have everything proceed as I see fit. Huh? We're missing somebody.
Shion-sama, Rena-sama isn't here. She escaped at some point.
Hey, yo, Brooklyn!
Hey, Brooklyn.
Oh my fucking god.
There she is.
There she is.
There she is.
3 words.
Ryugu-san.
There she is. Ryugu-san, didn't I just tell you you shouldn't move?
Same line.
Rena-chan, I wouldn't do anything to hurt you, but it's easier if you don't resist.
Sorry, but this is really bizarre. What are you trying to do? The light switches? I see. You're planning to do something when the room's pitch black, aren't you? Resistance is futile.
Rena-san, you should stop your pointless resistance and just come along peacefully. If you make me angry enough, then not only will you suffer, but so will my dear sister as well. You can't do anything just by turning off the lights. Rena, I'm sorry, but do what they say.
It's alright. Don't worry. By turning off the lights, we can reverse the situation.
Yeah, reverse the situation? Exactly, what are you scheming?
Rena-san, you're pretty good at making me laugh. Then why don't you go ahead and try? Show me how you're gonna turn this around.
You're spoiled, Chi-chan. Even if you didn't have any appearances in the main scenario, you've had so much screen time during this after party. You're spoiled.
I love to imagine Ryukishi sitting in his room typing all of this. And like roasting Shion for having too much appearance in the after credit scene, even though he's writing her to have too much appearance. I hate that sprite. That's awful. I like her comical goofy hand. That's like half the. It's like the whole length of her body.
It's like the
Way
whole.
longer than her other arm. I like with all the Shion stuff too. It implies that there's a bunch of Higurashi content we're just never gonna get.
Yeah.
Like the Sadako dress up thing, we're never gonna get that.
Yeah.
But it's implied that it exists.
That it's real. Yeah.
When exactly are you saying I was spoiled?
You don't understand, Chi-chan. Even if it's just the after party, you still have an appearance. You also appeared a lot in the previous scenarios. There's somebody who resents you from the depths of hell who can't forgive you. Listen, can't you hear it, Chi-chan?
Yeah, that's right. I understand now.
I get it. Kei-chan! That's right, he never has any appearances during the after parties. There's no way Kei-chan would allow somebody to monopolize the after parties all to themselves without him.
Why isn't Shi-chan? No. Keon. Keon. Why isn't Keon canon?
I see. So, how is Kei-chan going to appear here when he doesn't have any character art? It couldn't possibly be that they'd insert a new character art just for this.
That's just your self-centered way of thinking, Chi-chan.
No shot. Keiichi gets a sprite just for this one fucking scene and then never again. No shot, dude. There's no way.
God, no. If the lights are turned off, Chie-sensei, hold Rena-chan back.
Rika's gonna. Hey yo, Brooklyn.
Hey, yo.
Huh? Huh? I hate this game.
You got some big lines in this one.
No.
It's too late.
They wouldn't have Keiichi show up. would they?
Save me, Keiichi-kun.
They wouldn't have Keiichi show up.
The rumbling. This is Keiichi.
Is this Keiichi?
Yeah.
Gamer.
That's
Oh
Mion.
yeah, Mion.
That voice is K-chan!
Gamer, Rina, you have my thanks.
He's back!
When even the moon abandons the land and shrouds it in true darkness, the demon lord of the darkest black, Keiichi Maebara, shall appear.
I see. I don't even know who this is.
You want to just have it be like, who would be observant? Either like Tomatake or Iria.
I see. If it's like this, he can appear even if he doesn't have any character art.
There's no character or background art, so it's really easy on the production staff.
AJ, gamer. Shion! You act like you're the main character in a tragedy, but from my point of view, it's more like a comedy. It seems like you've gotten a little carried away. Every after party, without any character art, without any sort of appreciation, witness my anger, my grudges, and all of my sorrow. I shall insist it all upon you.
Fucking still.
It almost seems like Keiji-kun is doing some sort of bad guy transformation sequence.
This isn't some sort of transformation, I'll have you know. I've always been a demon lord. And as of right now, this world which is enveloped within true darkness shall dance upon the palm of my hand. With this world of darkness, there are none who can oppose me.
Keiji-kun's kind of scary. How?
Scary? The age of the frightening Higurashi has come to an end. From here on out, against the dawn of a perverted and cutesy Higurashi.
I like how you can hear the sound effects as if he's like actually just like doing things. I love Kate.
What did you say?
Oh shit, who is this?
Satoko-chan, what did you say? Maebara-sama, bring me with you!
You know it, coach. Then, as my first step, I'll show our... Gamer. Then, as a first step, I'll show our doctor come coach my power.
Who is this?
Is the idiot, maybe?
Yeah, what is this?
Takano-san.
No. Is this Keiji?
Just do.
Yeah, this is definitely Keiji.
Takano-san is in a miniskirt nurse outfit, and it's not some pink one like you'd find in a porno.
No, this is
Is this idiot?
Yeah.
Takano-san is in a miniskirt nurse outfit, and it's not some pink one like you find in a porno. He knows what he's doing is the proper and pure and innocent right. Even though she's
Okay, yeah, this is Keiji.
Even though she's a nurse, she doesn't appear in the outfit once during the main scenario. You've got to be kidding me. Well then, on to the next target, star.
God.
This Shia.
Is she Rina, this hasn't changed the situation at all. It's just turned into a different type of crisis.
Or Neon, who cares?
how? I can't do anything in this darkness.
Now then, who should I make wear what next? Maybe a nice school uniform, gym clothes, school suit, triple combo?
Maebara-sama, you're the best. How about a bunny girl or a campaign girl costume? No, lingerie could be good too. No, wait. How about just making everybody naked? But of course, leaves the socks on.
Gamer, whoa, that's a good idea. You know your stuff, Coach. I feel like we're finally seeing eye to eye here.
Wait.
There he is! He's here! Who was this guy? Who was he?
Oh my god, it's Nagito Kamida.
It's
It's Brooklyn.
Nagito Kamida.
It's Brooklyn. Yeah,
It's
it's
Brooklyn
literally
again.
Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn being Nagito Kamida.
He's back?
Nagito Kamida.
Because he has no sprite. He can work at the darkness.
Yeah, he does have a sprite. All right, Nagito.
Is this really him?
Yes, because he calls him K.
He goes, wait, Mayabara-san. No, K.
Yeah, he calls him
He
K.
calls him K.
Start?
You start there. Wait.
Wait, Mayabara-san. No. Okay. Call me Ew. Ew? Call me Ew from now on. Call me Dr. Ew.
This is Mion? No.
Wait,
This has got to be the goons.
the goons.
You're
this
both
is the,
of
this is
because
the
I got
Soul
banned.
Brothers. This is the Soul Brothers.
Because I
Okay.
got banned.
Okay. This is that's Tomatake. And
Is that Tomatake? Oh my fucking god.
Tomatake Flash K! You can't forget about us!
Mofu, Tommy and Kurando are already on your side, K. No fool.
Is this where that fan art of Keiichi, Tomatake, Oishi, and fucking Irie comes from, where they're all like buff and jacked and shirtless?
That's from the anime.
Is it from the anime?
Where it takes this concept and just does a whole little beach episode.
Tommy?
It's Keiichi.
Oh, Keiichi, yeah.
Gamer, Tommy, Gerardo, Geraldo, we're all finally here. The Elite Four have arrived. Finally.
With K at their head.
Oh, yeah,
the,
neutral narrator.
the evil Elite Four made their grand entrance. With complete darkness, the demon lord of the darkest plat, Keiichi Mayabara was finally able to reach the surface world. His magical power was without equal. In this darkness, nobody could stand against him. All must bow. Ah, will the heroines be able to escape this darkness and will the heroines be unable to escape this darkness and be forced to submit to the will of the demon lord, forced to wear embarrassing outfit after embarrassing outfit, being used as life-size dress-up dolls for all of eternity? That's great. More! By the way, the school swimsuits are the classic type. I won't forgive you if they're in the competitive swimming style. He's got the narrator too.
Only 5.
Who is this? Is this me? It's gotta be me.
Damn it! Shion! Thanks to you it ended up like this, so do something about it!
It's alright, sis. Kei-chan isn't the only one who can unleash their true power amid the darkness.
Huh? No. Mion.
Huh? Did we have such a convenient ally?
Who the fuck is this?
This Keiichi.
Oh.
Gamer, you're rather impertinent, Shion Sonozaki. Also, if you were expecting help from the principal, that's too bad. This is the ultimate desire of young men. If you call yourself a man, do your best, is written on this nice little authorization slip here. Of course, you won't be able to rely on the newcomer Akasaka-san either. He's been on a private couple's hot springs vacation. His wife's family set up for them since yesterday. In other words, all the bases are covered.
Very happy that Yukie is alive and canon, and that much normal canon Akasaka is married with his great wife Yukie and they have a beautiful daughter.
It's just a bunch of actors.
That's what I've been talking about,
Like,
dude.
just a bunch of actors in a diner, just like
Yeah.
pulling a bunch of bullshit.
It is literally my AU for this game that I will never unsubscribe from, is that all the games are literally just
like a
movies
funny
that they
TV
film.
show?
Yeah, it's either a TV show or like a movie they filmed.
Brooklyn, you'll have a part soon.
Who is this, Mion?
Kei-chan.
Yeah.
You're so naive, Kei-chan. Even characters who have art are able to reveal their true form in the darkness. Chie-sensei!
Hey, yo, Brooklyn.
Yeah. That's how it is, Mayabara-kun.
Oh god. Is this Keiichi?
Think so? I don't know. I forgot.
It's so dark I can't really tell. But it seems like Chie-sensei's outfit is different. What are those? All those swords in her hands? They couldn't be. The black
Any more than that is a secret. Oh wait, that's not me.
Is that
Any more than that, it's a secret. Nipa star. This is that's Chia.
Yeah, Chia.
Mayabara-kun?
The church?
That was just a little too much mischief on your part. The church can't overlook any more of the...
Any more than this. Remember who this character's based off
my
of.
fucking god.
Jesus?
Shut up.
No, it's a fucking fake character.
Yeah, it's
Oh
based
my
off of.
God.
Chia is based off a fake character. Wait a minute. This here, there's no way, right? That's cheating. It's against the rules. Hey, she can't do this, right? Wait, you can't use that big one, huh? Her arc drive has started up invincibility? The 7. Oh.
This is a melty blood combo.
Melty blood combo. she fucking DP'd him.
Yeah, CL from Melty Blood.
Oh my god. Is there an intermission for the fucking... Is that I was like, is there an intermission or is that the end?
The intermission for the all cast review session, by the way.
Hello again. Thank you very much for playing Higurashi When They Cry Himatsubushi. I think you already know this, but Higurashi When They Cry is a type of visual novel without any choices. Therefore, compared to adventure-type visual novels with branching routes to take, it's much closer to the experience of a book or movie. Because of that, there's an opinion out there that this should not be called a game per se. If you're just watching it like a book or movie, Higurashi When They Cry isn't really a game, true. That's why, as you know, there are a lot of mysteries referenced during the course of the experience. When you challenge those, this work will become a proper game. All the players have the privilege of scrutinizing the mystery-packed story from all sorts of angles. For example, forming a theory about the mysteries during the course of the story, sharing them with your friends, and receiving their theories in return could be fun.
Ryukishi said touch grass.
In any case, the next chapter starts the answer arcs. We've tentatively called it Meikashi.
Is it still called that?
Yes.
Okay.
But answers are a sad thing. Based on what is revealed, all the possibilities that you were allowed to imagine until now suddenly become all profound down to a few. Based on that logic, we think that right here, before the answer arcs, is probably where people can enjoy the work we call Higurashi When They Cry the most. If by chance, while you're reading this, you already have a Meikashi chapter at hand, please enjoy hypothesizing, theorizing, and fantasizing to your fullest before you start. That's where the real charm of the series takes place. Sorry for saying something so impudent. There's nothing better we'd like than for you to enjoy Higurashi When They Cry. Well then, have a long and pleasant night. We're waiting for you all in Hinamizawa. If you come and play with Rina, I'd love to go treasure hunting together. How, Star?
I can't believe Rena is Ryukishi's girl.
The Himatsubushi chapter.
Ryukishi said, Rena is my favorite girl in the series. I will kill any of you that go near her.
Star. Alright, buddy.
All cast review, best part of the game.
Are you ready?
Game is unplayable without it.
Alright, buddy. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
How you feeling now that we've read everything in the question arcs?
They're good.
Next time, Dai is here. We're gonna be listening to some actual music.
That's crazy.
Real music made by a real artist and not like
Midis?
Midis.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's over.
Yeah.
We're unironically halfway through Higurashi.
Mm-hmm.
Has it hit you yet?
I have my rankings of the game.
Yeah, let's hear them.
This was Himatsubushi, right?
Yes.
Himatsubushi, Watanagashi, Tatanagoroshi, and then Onikakushi.
Onikakushi is chapter 1, right?
Yeah.
What's my ranking?
Out of those 4, because obviously, I haven't played the other 4.
Duh. I think Tatari Goroshi is my top. Onigakushi's number 2. Himatsubushi, Tanakashi.
Dylan?
I'm with Tyler, like exactly.
You guys don't have taste. I understand. Well, you have.
I do really like with Tanagashi, especially the phone call shit.
You have.
Because when I read it, I was freaked the fuck out. Like, what the fuck
There's
is
a lot
happening?
of really good parts in every single chapter.
All the chapters are really good.
It's hard to rank them. It's super
But
hard.
I like Himatsubushi the best because it's a detective story. And I like detective stories. Period. In anything. I like Watanagashi second because it has Shion, and I really like Shion. And also I think the whole twins gimmick is really funny because they do it in wrestling all the time. And it's funny. Tatanagoroshi is third because I really, really fucking like Sadako, but I don't like Sadako more than I like Shion. And like Tatanagoroshi was like wild, but I don't think it was like as crazy as Watanagashi was for me. And then Onikakushi.
I think like, did I DM you when I finished with Higurashi? Was I freaking out in your DMs?
I don't think so.
I think I'm pretty sure I was.
Then Onikakushi's at the bottom because I had to play the boring part twice. So, even without having to do that, it's still at the bottom. Because I like the ending to that the least.
All right, buddy. Based on this last discussion, what do you think? Do you think it's magic? Is it a curse, or is it a conspiracy, or?
It's Rika time looping.
So we got Rika time looping, which is interesting. She
Yeah.
clearly knows the future. Why does she know the future? You think it's just Groundhog Day and?
I'm in the Groundhog Day camp, man. Or like, because obviously she knows by Hamatsubushi's in what, 1979?
Right, 78.
78. So she knows everything that's gonna happen in 78. Which means when she gets killed, it either sends her back to 78.
She seems to. When we read her mother's diary, she seems
Yeah,
to.
it sounds like she's been a knower forever. So it sounds like she dies and gets reborn.
Right.
And then is back in the same bullshit for her entire life, which is why she's so fucking bored. Because she's just reliving the same like 12 years.
So
Or like 14 years.
I guess we can put. Do you think it's magic, or do you think it's a curse, just like constantly bringing her back?
I mean, if we're gonna go with that shit, we can go with her being the avatar of Oyashiro-sama.
Okay.
And Oyashiro-sama's trying to save his own ass. Which the best way to do it is through Akasaka. And so if Akasaka doesn't commit, Oyashiro goes, fuck. And then just tries to bank off of her friends, but
Right.
that does not work.
So she knows that the series of. I keep trying to call them unfortunate events. The series of deaths.
The movie?
The movie.
With Jim Carrey?
Yeah. The series. She seems to know that the series of deaths are going to happen, but she doesn't seem to know the culprit.
Yes.
Why wouldn't she? Why do you think she doesn't know the culprit?
Because I don't think she's omnipotent.
Well, if she's not, yeah, of course.
As
Maybe
I
she's
said-
not omnipotent, but what's?
I think it's very much like literally the movie Groundhog Day. Where she only knows the events that she literally watches or that she hears about and doesn't know anything that she has not already experienced.
Right.
So maybe she's just not fucking there when people get axed. Like, for the damn incident, maybe she's just not there. Or maybe if you want to go with it's a curse or some bullshit, it magically stops her memory from those
if
sections. Or
if-
like she can't remember that.
If we're going, are you going with fucking Hot Fuzz still?
Yeah, I think it's Hot Fuzz and Groundhog Day at the same time.
Right. Well,
the village is
Groundhog Day
obviously-
Rika. Groundhog Day is Rika. And let's
the actual like events. The actual events. I'm going with what I said in Onikakushi, where it's literally Hot Fuzz, where it's like the entire town is on it, but there's like a specific small sect of like crazy religious fanatics that are trying to have something specific happen.
Rika's in these meetings. She doesn't.
Yeah,
she
but
seems to be a part of the core group of people. Why do you think she doesn't know anything? Yeah.
because I don't think Rika is involved. As I said, I think it's like a weird religious like fanatic sect inside of all of the village. And obviously Rika is not involved in that. Or she would know. or it's magical curse bullshit, and she doesn't remember.
Wait, let's try throwing you a curveball. What do you think is with those eyes?
Which ones?
The eyes that come up and like Onikakushi,
Oh, the like curse,
Tamagotchi.
the curse eyes.
Yeah, the curse
the
eyes.
like possession eyes or whatever.
What do you think's going on there?
It's probably some magic mumbo bumbo Joel bullshit.
Okay, if you didn't have the easy button of magic,
the easy
what would
magic
you
button?
what yeah.
I don't know, like killer instinct. It's a thing.
Okay.
Like, because the only time they pull up is when people are like getting murdered or like horribly threatened. It's like killer instinct. Go with that.
Okay.
I don't really think like not going down the magic route it's really that deep. Because they only show up when like threats are being made
Mm-hmm.
or they're literally killing someone. And that's it.
Okay.
They don't really ever show up anywhere else.
You know that presence cage you felt back in Onikakushi?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Rena.
He swung his back behind him and he didn't see anybody. He just,
Rena.
It's just Rena.
He's schizophrenic.
I'm still in the camp. I'm still in the camp that it's Rena.
Just following him right behind him. Have you seen those videos of the guys walking directly in sync? Just
Yeah, you can't convince me out of it. It's Rena for sure. 100%.
with like extra footsteps and shit.
Yeah, because that happened in.
Okay, the
Totoro.
extra footstep bullshit is like the spirits of the fallen, or like Oyashiro or some bullshit. Look, there's a lot of shit that I've just resolved to mumbo jumbo magic bullshit.
This is literally not the point, my guy. The point is to make a theory about literally everything.
Yeah, I know.
But the saying,
problem
oh,
is-
this is all magic.
The
blah, blah, blah,
problem
I'm just gonna
is
give up on this.
the problem is when you have a character that is fucking time looping.
Just leave her. Just fucking ignore Rika.
When
I want
you
the
have-
act. Just
when you
ignore
have
Rika.
a time loop.
I want you to think about. I just.
That
you to, like
opens
actually
up-
think about it.
that
I want you
opens
to.
up-
I want to turn your brain back on.
that opens.
I want you to turn your brain back on. I don't care what. I don't
Everything.
care. Just turn your brain back on. Start that engine up again.
you're telling
You're
me to
stalling
pretend-
because you got a
I'm
piece
not
of fucking.
stalling.
You got a piece of dirt in your mind.
You're
Just
telling
gotta-
me to pretend that Rika does not exist.
Just
Is that what I'm hearing?
Let's work for. Let's work for it. Let's act
Because Rika is fucking time looping. That opens up the possibility to literally anything being possible.
So, based on what we read, because the entire thing is how Ryukishi hints at, foreshadows things. So based on like all the text in the work, I think he maybe foreshadowed it. Maybe like there's some hint about what maybe that might be.
Sure.
Do you have anything? Do you have any
It's hard for me to not come up with a possibility for something and then immediately write it off because magic mumbo jumbo bullshit. I'm sorry, when you put the fucking time looping character on the table, it's really hard for not everything to just become magic and coincidences of magic. That's just how it is. Like, I am still, we'll just say I'm still in the case that whatever its perpetrator is committing the acts every year. Sure, we'll go with it. I'll stick with that. I'll stick with it. But like, Spirit Bell, it's the same bell.
That was just
No, hold
thematic.
on.
Oh my
no,
god.
that's what I'm getting at, dumbass. That's where I'm going.
I
is-
literally only told you that for like, oh, this is how
No.
when spooky little things are happening. By
I know.
The way. But it's
There's
just
the
it's
bell.
a signal for like with the author
Yeah.
saying like, hey, look, there's spooky
Yeah,
things.
and it's
happening.
the same bell that they use with Audio.
Audio?
Yeah, with audio. That's what I was getting at. Is it's the Mion bell with audio. So it can either be like haha spooky bullshit or haha bullshit that the Sonozakis are involved in.
It's not. Okay, moving on.
I'm sorry I'm not giving exactly what you want from me,
I'm-
but this is where I'm at. It's not optimal, I know, but this is exactly where I am at with where I am.
Do you think there was syringe in Onikakushi and Tanagashi are related?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it surprised me if they weren't. Cause like,
Well, what? How? How do you think they're related?
cause Rika has the syringe, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And then in Onikakushi,
Yeah, Mion has the syringe. And Rika's at the bottom of the fucking well in the Shion, or the Sonozaki compound.
mm-hmm.
So it's not too much of a jump of logic to say that Mion kills Rika with the syringe instead of her killing Keiji with the syringe.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that's a jump in logic. So yeah, I think they're the same thing. It's the same thing, probably still Mion. Because she's in the bottom of the Sonozaki well. Like, there's no... On the Sonozaki compound, with the syringe on her person. Like, I know, haha, funny heroin joke, whatever. But, like, yeah, it's same fucking syringe from the first game.
Who was the manager in Onikakushi? Like in the game?
I still don't know. I guess, you know, there's the Keiichi possibility of it being the foreman or the manager, or whoever the fuck from the dam site that's like magically still alive. Or it could just be
But
Coach.
that's pretty weird. If the foreman was still alive, that'd be weird for like
Everything.
Oishi's motivation. Yeah, pretty much everything. Oishi's
Yeah.
motivation.
It's weird Keiichi suggestion, you know? I think Irie is pretty on point, on brand. Or maybe it's Shion's dad. Like, I'm still in the camp of it probably being, like, realistically Shion's dad. Because, obviously, like, he's pretty heavily involved in everything, right?
Do you think he was in Onika? Do you think she was in Onikakushi at all? Shion?
Shion? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she just popped up out of fucking nowhere and with
No.
Hanagashi. Yeah.
Do you think she was in the story?
Involved in the story?
Do you think she was like? Do you think she was?
Oh,
Mion
yeah,
at any
because
point?
Shion's the manager of the team. Yeah, that's fair. I don't see Shion being involved because of what happens in Watanagashi.
Right.
Unless you're saying that the Mion that is like going crazy and killing everyone is Shion, and that actual Mion is pretending to be Shion, but it's like the whole twins thing, right? The whole twins thing is what keeps it cloudy because of Watanagashi.
What do you think about Takano's death being out of sync? Her her time of death was at the same time they were talking in the shed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
The only thing I can think of is like the syringe. Again, like going back to like they have some weird compound or like poison or some shit that they make locally in Hinamizawa.
That
but-
can fake your death. That can keep you. That kills you but keeps you alive, or
Yeah. Or that just like. Did they have a time of death with Keiichi? Did they talk about that?
I don't remember.
In Onikakushi?
Yeah.
I think
It was...
if they do, it's when he clawed his throat out. In
Yeah,
the booth.
it's in that telephone booth.
Yeah, that's the time of death.
Yeah, it tracks. Because I was gonna say that maybe with Keiichi, like the time of death is when he's injected with the syringe or whatever, but like, no, I don't know. That's the one that still like is a bunch of question marks that I genuinely have no fucking.
It's
clue.
also not the Okinomiya Police Department. It's the Gifu
The
Prefecture.
Gifu, yeah.
So it's a completely different police department.
Yeah, I have no idea what they dump her in Gifu. That like Takano dying, I have no fucking clue. I don't even have like a guess on anything going on with Takano. She's just the character that is just a blind spot. I'm like, you know what? Sure. She's there.
Do you want to maybe think that out a little more? Maybe why specifically Gifu, or not specifically Gifu, but why out of the prefecture?
Why would
Yeah, why is the
person-
body outside of the prefecture?
putting Takano outside the prefecture want her out there?
The only thing I could say is that she got axed by not the people fucking around with the Watanagashi. Because if it was Watanagashi related, she probably would have been in the prefecture and like demoned away or whatever. Like
So unrelated to Oishiro-sama's curse.
it could be completely,
Completely
unrelated. If
unrelated?
it's in a different fucking prefecture,
Then why mention her at all
I know.
in the story?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Why would if that were the case? Why would Ryukishi even write her into the story?
you can crumb me as much as you want, but I'm telling you, I have tried to think about the Takano shit, and I literally just don't know. I just don't know. Like Takano is literally the only blind spot that I have in the game. I just don't. I literally don't know.
let's think about what Takano's role in the story is, right? So in Onikakushi, she's hardly there. She's just there's a little small instance where we see her name
She exists for like 8 seconds.
in the beginning, and then we see her at the clinic, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just Oishi tells us about her, right?
Yeah.
Watanagashi.
She's just Tomatake's girlfriend.
And we don't talk about her a lot in Onikakushi. In Watanagashi, she's a much bigger presence, right?
Yeah, because she's the lore lady that investigates weird
She has a
paranormal shit.
huge interest in the
Yeah.
in like Hinamizawa, the Watanagashi, and all that. She
Yeah.
she talks about the I think she talks about the canned meat incident, right?
Yeah.
And
she's the lore master of everything to do related to Hinamizawa.
so she's really
and the
interested in
Sonozakis.
Hinamizawa's lore. What else? And then in Tatari
Which
Goroshi,
probably comes from some personal connection from the village. I.e.,
Do we have
she could be
anything-
from the village, or
do we have
she knew
anything
someone
that
there,
is there any information? Because all we know is that she's friends with Tomataki, who he doesn't even have a connection with the village.
Yeah. But obviously her interest has to come from somewhere, so there's probably a line you can
Well,
draw.
sure, but let's
the village.
If we think about like what have we learned about her so far in the story, in the question arcs, right? Is there any information on why she's here?
Lore keeper? Interest?
She's
Friends
also
with
the nurse.
Tomataki.
She's also a nurse at
Yep, she's a nurse at
Iri's
Iri's.
clinic.
And a killer.
She does in Tatari Goroshi seem to have killed Tomatake.
Probably Tomataki. I mean, she has his bike. Like,
She has his bike in the back seat.
and the trunk is full.
The trunk is full.
Yeah.
Can't fit in there.
Yeah.
If she killed Tomatake, what does that mean for the rest of the
She
story?
could be a crazy religious fanatic.
She's already a
we
fanatic. We
could-
already know she's a fanatic.
We could throw her into the weird intersect crazy religious fanatic people.
If we're throwing her into the weird intersect crazy fanatic people,
Why kill her? Because she did some weird bullshit and broke into the shed. Which is rule
that the
number
reason
uno to not do.
do you think that's why she dies?
I mean, shit, I don't see much of another reason to kill her.
Okay.
Or
But if
they
she's
kill her
if
for,
she's
like,
a part of
killing
the if she's a
Tomatake.
part of the crazy fanatic group, why would she have to break into the shed when they just let her in?
No, because they're not supposed
Also-
to go in the shed. It's only Furudes that are allowed. Yeah?
And also, why
I thought
not
that's
kill,
like the whole thing they set up.
Why not kill Keiichi at the same time too? Since it was the three of them that entered, but Jiro and Takano die at the same time.
Yeah, Tomatake
Or
and
Tomitake.
and Takano die that night.
Yeah.
Shion disappears shortly after, but we don't find out for a while. But Keiichi stays alive until the end. He doesn't die until he has a heart attack in the hospital.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Like, I don't know. As I said, I know you're trying to lay breadcrumbs and everything out for Takano. I literally don't fucking know. She is the mystery character that I just don't know. Like, oops. That I literally just don't know.
I think
Like-
it's okay to move on.
It's the best I can do is just say that she's in the weird religious fanatic sect. Because she has a
fuck
weird
you.
obsession with the lore of the fucking area. But like, I genuinely I have no idea.
That's fair.
Speaking of Watanagashi and all that stuff, what was the sounds in the shed? So Shion
The
and
kid jumping
Tomatake.
up and down?
Yeah, Shion and
Yeah.
Tomatake seem to have heard a kid jumping up and down. Was
Yeah,
that-
but
they heard the
Keiichi-
same sound.
Keiichi and Takano did not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was weird.
Why do you think they Shion and Tomatake heard it? But
I mean, we talked about this with Watanagashi as well.
Mhm.
I went with because they get killed, but that's not true. And then Keiichi and Takano, you also can't draw a connection there because Takano gets disappeared, but Keiichi doesn't. And then Tomatake gets outright killed, but Shion doesn't. Shion dies to like... Well, I guess Shion technically gets outright killed by Mion, but it's much later. It's not the night of the Watanagashi.
Yep. It's much later because she's not even she doesn't die until like Keiichi's unconscious in the cave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like way later. And if you try and relate it to like an actual thing that happened, like as in it was a real child, whatever, jumping up and down, you can write that off because Takano and Keiichi don't hear anything. Whether Takano's lying or not, Keiichi doesn't hear anything. It's very doubtful that he's as engrossed, like so engrossed in the story he doesn't hear shit. That's very doubtful.
Because Shion seems to be just as invested, but she's clinging to him,
but
right?
Yeah, because Shion clearly hears something. Like that is a paranormal bullshit type moment. I just don't know what ties the paranormal bullshit to Shion and Tomatake specifically.
Do you think Teppei died?
Does Shion live outside the village?
Yes.
Teppei
She lives in
village?
Okinomiya.
It could be that Shion and Tomatake both live outside the village, because neither of them live in the village.
Where does Takano live? We just know that she...
Sorry, Tomatake, not Takano.
You said it right.
Okay. Dude, I have no idea. They make it sound like she doesn't live in the village, and then she lives outside the village. She probably fucking lives in Okinomiya. If she works in Hinamizawa, she's gotta live somewhere.
Right.
She could live in that fuck-off ghost town. Just saying.
Yeah, anyway, Teppei. What do you think happened to his body? Did he die? Was he dead? Keiichi imagine it all? Or...
See,
Yes,
now I
I'll
want
go.
to say they killed Kuma,
Kuma guy?
but that doesn't make sense. Because Kuma went missing with the car. And I don't see Kuma-chan taking Teppei's bike and like all that shit. No, I think he killed him for sure.
Okay. What do you think
just-
happened to his body, though?
I think the Sonozakis moved his body.
Okay.
And yeah, that would track. Because he literally basically told the Sonozakis, I'm killing Teppei.
Why did Irie commit suicide?
I have no. The fucking the Irie killing himself, I have literally no idea. I mean, it could be like the Sonozakis killed him for some reason. Or like Keiichi telling him, yeah, I killed Teppei. Irie could just be like,
Well, clearly that doesn't seem to be the case, right? Well, maybe not clearly, but I think we can infer that based on the fact that
Teppei,
even at the
Irie is like,
Hinamizawa,
thank you.
Himatsubushi. What did I say?
Himatsubushi.
Or yeah. Anyway, Irie. It doesn't seem like Irie's death is based. Yeah, it's based on like is like a Teppei Keiichi based death. It seems like this happens right before the.
Yeah,
I mean, it's right before the disaster. Do you think he knows something?
you could say like Rika told him something, but no, because Rika doesn't know about the disaster. Weird religious sect character that knows it's coming and
You
doesn't
think
want to die in the
Irie
gas.
is? You think Irie is part of the religious sect?
He's a doctor. He's got to know something. Everyone in the village likes him.
He's part of. Do we know that he's part of? I don't know.
Like, he's a doc. Everyone knows him. Everyone likes him. No one bothers him. He has the Sonozaki thugs working at his clinic. Like, they mention that a lot. And, like, he's in good enough connection with them, and it's pretty confident that he's the guy that shows up in Onikakushi.
In Tatari Goroshi, right as we find out Irie committed suicide, we find out Oishi disappeared.
Yeah.
Why do you think he disappeared? What happened? Why did he disappear? It seems like the night before, or he called in to look up a license plate number. And then they tried to report it to him and he didn't respond.
Oishi?
Yeah.
Yeah. He could face what Kuma faces in Himatsubushi. Like, Oishi digs the same rabbit hole that Kuma digs, except in Himatsubushi it's Kuma instead of Oishi.
Yeah, like, do you have any like guess of what that could be? Because I don't think you could figure. As a person who knows what that is, I don't think you could figure out what exactly it is.
No,
Do you have a guess?
No fucking shot.
Yeah, I just
He's probably looking up a license plate to like a van or something. Because they talk about the white van that kidnaps the kid in Himatsubushi. It's probably that van and leads him into a lot of bodies, and then he just gets fucking murked, and then that's it.
Oh yeah, there was that van with Keiichi. too.
Yeah, it's the same van. Yeah.
You think it's
the same van used by the Sonozaki crime family in Onikakushi, Watanagashi, and every single time it shows up.
How do you think Keiichi survived the Great Hinamizawa disaster? Because supposedly he was supposed to be at the bottom. He was supposed to be right in line for where all the gas went through. Why did he survive? If he was also had all, if he should have also been a victim of the gas.
Yes.
Yes. Does that give?
I
you
just
think
want
that?
to say divine protection so bad.
Do you think that puts a question on the gas attack at all?
Yeah, but also like all the guys showed up in gas masks and all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine like if the gas attack is fake, how high up do you think it would have to go?
Yeah, like that's such. The gas attack being bullshit is such a just big like government conspiracy to wipe out the entirety of Hinamizawa village. Like,
Yeah, and we see the soldiers seem to be fairly like concerned about the actual villagers. So we hear that soldier saying, "Fuck, don't die, motherfucker! I don't want any more people to die."
yeah, like the gas attack being bullshit is like, come on, no shot. Yeah. I think divine protection is less of a leap than the gas being fake.
I think it's illegal.
Time looper, by the way.
Illegal.
Time looper, by the way. I don't know. Maybe something to do. I would say with being unconscious, but it was at 2 a.m., so technically everyone was unconscious.
Exactly. Everybody was asleep.
Quote unquote.
So all these people died in their beds due to the gas attack, but when Keiichi was in the exact same situation, if an even worse situation.
Yeah, I have no idea. Unless somebody magically found Keiichi and was like, "Here is a gas mask, my son, that will disappear in 8 hours."
Do you remember? Do you remember this at all? In Onika? It's before the cutoff of what I actually have. I think.
No, I probably do not.
It's when Mion and Rena are showing Keiichi around and they're like talking about that's that guy, he's doing this, that's this lady, he's doing that. And one of the guys she points to is like he's training to be a sniper. You remember that at all?
No.
Okay.
That tracks though. So there's specialty specialist guy just to save Keiichi.
So you think the Great Hinamizawa disaster was a
Natural gas
volcanic
explosion?
Volcano
Yes.
explosion?
Yeah.
No. Do you think it was influenced by humans at all?
Can humans even do that?
But we had a theory.
I guess
In the last
technically,
chapter.
like you can set off like an active volcano. So, yeah.
In a spring connected via an aquifer to change the pressure due to blah blah blah.
It could have been. Because there's also other survivors from the Hinamizawa village that aren't able to be tracked down and just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, well, I mean, given any village, there's going to be
True.
people outside of the village at any given
But
time.
it could be crazy religious fanatic shit. And then they all just dipped. I mean, they murdered the fuck out of that foreman and just, you know? Could be
Well,
similar
they caught
line of bullshit. They
four of the
caught 4
5.
of them, yeah, because they felt bad about it, but...
Yeah, but if the religious fanatics died in their own gas attack,
No shot. Because they know they're fucking gonna be off-site pumping gas out there.
Okay.
So they could just
Connor.
disperse.
Does Oyashiro-sama exist?
I want the answer to be no so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, come on. I want the answer to be no so fucking bad. And God, I hope that it is and that I'm just wrong. But, like, come on. Off of these 4,
You think
Games?
Rika is Oyashiro-sama?
I'll go yeah. I'll just fuck it. Yeah, he does. Yeah, Rika is like the incarnation or like the avatar of Oyashiro. I'll fuck it. We'll ball. Yeah. I'll go with yeah. I hope the answer's no. I hope that's just wrong. But yeah, no, I'll ball. Yeah, we'll say Rika is Oyashiro-sama and that yeah, he does exist.
Alright, the final question. The real big one. Who is the culprit?
For what?
Who is the culprit?
For everything, or for the one that keeps trying to kill Rika and start the bullshit?
You seem to be saying it's all one thing. You seem to be saying it's all part of the religious cult. Who is the culprit?
I am of the mind that there is like one motherfucker that is a separate entity to everyone that is doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether they're
Who would that be? Who would fit
whether
that
they're
best?
being like paid or like used by the cult or whatever. I am definitely of the mind that there is one very separate motherfucker that is like the head honcho for not the yearly killings, not the Watanagashi killings, not any of that shit. Like their job is kill Rika Furude this year. And like do X.
Who is killing Rika Furude?
That's what
Who?
I'm wondering about.
Because I think we got she's the only death where it's based off. It seems to be based off
What happens the year?
what it seems to be. Well, no, what it's based off of folklore and what the Watanagashi ritual, right?
Yeah, but it's different in Watanagashi.
Yeah,
'Cause
Watanagashi seems to be an outlier.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't see what happens after Keiichi's death in Onigashikushi.
That's
It's
true.
Tatari
The same
Goroshi.
thing happens in Himatsubushi and Tatanagarshi.
Mhm.
And then it could be assumed. And
So we got one we don't know what happens. We
Yeah.
got one that doesn't happen. We got two where it does happen.
yeah, it's fair.
So it seems like it does happen most of the time, or at least, and it seems like we just don't know if it happens on Onigashikushi or not. But I think it seems like we can assume it does. Why is
I'm
Rika's
write
death?
off.
Why is Rika's death the only one that follows the Watanagashi ritual?
I'm a write off Keiichi. I'm a write off Oishi. They had dental records that matched for Takano, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right
That's how they identified
Yeah,
their.
I'm a write off Takano. I'm a write off Tomatake.
You don't think dental records could be faked? It was in a different prefecture. We couldn't know. There's no way for us to know.
Yeah, but like they pulled them shit straight from the teeth they pulled out of the oil jar,
Mhm.
right? Like, yeah,
Yeah, but-
okay, everything could be fake, but like,
It's a burnt body.
yeah. And usually with burned bodies, they pull the teeth, run them, and then boom.
Yeah.
And I get that it's like, oh, the Sonozakis have a ridiculous amount of like coverage and wealth and influence and whatever. But if you're gonna go down the line of every bit of information can be fake, then every bit of everything is magic. Like, it's the exact same line.
No,
It's the
not.
same line.
That's
No,
fair.
it's not.
No, that is fair.
It's the same line.
That is fair.
Because if you're gonna put a loophole of Sonozakis could fake any amount of information given to you whenever with their influence, that is the same fucking line if it happens because of mumbo jumbo magic. It's
I don't think
it's
that's-
just one
It
is magic.
Both of them are write-offs based
Yes.
off inconclusive evidence.
Yes, one is because of magic, one is because of bullshit clout magic money.
like when you read the rules of like detective fiction work, it's like not the here's the things you should do, and like in who was it? One of them was like you can't do this except if you foreshadow it.
yeah, but it feels like writing off either way.
Yeah,
That's just cheap.
Unless it was foreshadowed.
Unless it was foreshadowed. That's true.
It still feels cheap as shit. Like, yeah, okay, the Sonozakis own everything. Whatever, I get it. But like that just feels cheap as fuck.
I feel like you're writing things off too easily, but okay.
No, we can play with it and be like, sure, the dental records are fake, then boom, Takano's the killer. There you go.
Mm-hmm. But what
Crazy religious whack job, burn some random girl to death, fake dental records. Or maybe maybe it was Kuma that she put in the drum, right? You fucking throw Oishi in there, who cares? But going down not having the dental records be fake, purely because I think that's cheap. I'm writing Takano off, writing Tomatake off. 80A I'm like 50-50 with.
You think Irie's part could be
He's
the
a weird
culprit?
guy. He's a weird dude.
But he loves Satoko.
He's a weird fucking guy. Irie's a weird fucking guy. I'm gonna write Sadako off. She doesn't strike me as doing any of this shit. Like, even when
I think you can write the club off pretty easily.
I'm not writing Mion or Rina off.
You think Rina can be a part of? She's ahead of the whole conspiracy.
I think Rina would do some weird Oyoshiro bullshit, man.
I don't think Rena has the resources.
She doesn't have the resources. No,
Nor do
but
we
she
have
has
like
the
any
willpower.
kind of any kind of foreshadowing that she has resources.
Yeah, I don't think she has the resources, but she's got that willpower, man. Irie is like 50-50. Rina is like 30-70. You know what I'm saying? Like 30% sure Rina could do it. 70% yeah, come on. I'd put Mion up there. Mion's big top 3. Mion's top 3.
If you had to pick one, you think Mion is it?
Not is it. She's top 3. I'm still going down the list. I don't think Oishi did it, man. No shot Oishi is like, no shot, spoilers for Heavy Rain. No shot it's like, oh, haha, Shelby is the origami killer. The fat detective guy.
I love Shelby.
Smile. No fucking shot for Yukishi is like, oh, the fat detective guy is the killer.
I think Chapter 4 very reasonably writes off Oishi.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's very
fucking
clear. Like,
shot.
Oishi's
It's
like,
very,
oh, I have
very,
no
very
reason to go
clear.
after the Sonozaki's. I don't
Very,
fucking care.
very
And then,
clear.
literally the next year, he has a fucking reason.
Yeah, but no way fucking Oishi's the one that, like, sacrificially kills Rika. Come on.
I think Chapter 4 conclusively writes off Oishi as a culprit.
That's what I'm saying.
I think there's too much evidence in Chapter 4 of him not being the culprit.
I'm with Dylan. No shot at Sakasaka.
You don't think he just came back for the village for 1 year just to kill Rika-chan?
Just to kill Rika-chan? No, I don't think so.
Quietly kills Rika-chan, goes back. Oh, I didn't save her!
Yeah, no shot. I'm gonna say Chie's 50-50.
She is.
She's weird.
Really?
She's
She
weird.
didn't have a sprite.
She gives me Irie vibes.
Well, what about
What? She's
what about
weird.
Chapter 3? Chapter 3, I think, also conclusively writes off Chie as the culprit.
She's gunning
she's-
for Sadako and all
Yeah,
that shit.
I mean, she
but-
spends the entire chapter helping out the club members, basically.
Yeah, but
I
they're
don't
part of
think
the
she's-
village and all
I
that.
don't think
yeah.
she's done anything suspicious.
She just weirds me out. She gives me the Rika feeling. Since we started playing this game, I've never liked Rika. Start of the game, Rika was weird. I knew there was some bullshit with her.
You're just biased against Curry.
That's
I
true.
think you are.
I do hate Curry.
He's racist.
So yeah, I'm throwing Irie, Chie in there. No shot, it's Rika.
She is a meme pick.
No shot, it's Rika. No way.
Killing yourself? Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
can't
no.
imagine.
Chapter 4 also conclusively writes off Rika.
Yeah.
Culprit.
Maybe put audio up there.
The son is
Top 3. Yeah. Like Mion, audio.
Did we get who died in Watanagashi at the end?
That was Chapter 2, right?
Yeah.
Audio does not text. They do not tell you that audio dies at the end of Watanagashi.
I don't...
They do not mention that. Because I didn't think audio was even alive to start with.
Until we got the
Until
meeting.
we
Yeah.
got to the meeting, yeah. Shion, like...
I got something to think about after this too. Or I got something to tell Connie.
Shion 65-35?
You think she's likely to be a culprit?
I'll put her
Be
in the
culprit?
top 3. I'll put her in the top
You
3.
think she's the culprit to everything, or?
I think, if anything, it would be Mion would be the Watanagashi killer. Audio could potentially be either, and Shion would be the Rika killer.
Yeah.
If anything, I think that's how
You think
it
you
is.
don't think it's one
I
killer across all of them?
Constant killer.
You think it's different every time?
It could be one constant killer, but I'm saying I don't think Shion would be responsible for the actual act of killing people during the Watanagashi. I think she would have just killed Rika. And for Mion, I don't think Mion would have killed Rika, but I do think Mion would be responsible for all the bodies during the Watanagashi. And then Audio, because it's Audio, I could see being responsible for either. But
If
I
you
don't...
had to give responsibility to one character
For both?
for everything.
I just don't think it's the same person. I just don't think the Watanagashi killings and the fucking Rika killing are related.
What do you got to say?
I just don't think they're the same motherfucker.
Speaking on the constant things, are there any? So just looking at the whole timeline in general, or not? I guess timeline, all 4 chapters. Are there any constants?
Are there?
Or are
Do you
they-
think
are
there's
they
any like
differences?
rules for this scenario that always
yeah.
happen?
Are there constants, or are there is there variance, or is there?
Tomatake dies. Takano dies. The original victims die. The killings happen around the Watanagashi. I say around because like there's sometimes
Let's just, I mean, like,
killings
just
a
for like
couple days later.
1983, this scenario.
This for this
like, the
specific
month.
year. Or
Just-
the-
Just
the
June of
month?
1983, what happened?
Yeah.
Are there a set of things that always happen, do you think?
They go to the festival.
That still happens.
They do club activities. Obviously. Keiichi's parents disappear at some point. They just like leave. They go somewhere.
Do they leave in Watanagashi?
They leave in Watanagashi, they leave in Onikakushi, they leave in Tatanagoroshi, don't they?
For a little while, but they
said a
come back.
reason. They have a reason though. They're going for something.
They
for the
always
father.
leave for a reason. Whether they
It's-
come back or not, they always leave at some point.
I think they say the actual reason.
They went to Tokyo for
For an art exhibit.
Yeah, for the I heard for his dad to draw more porn.
There's an actual reason for them leaving.
Mion is like one of the top dogs in the Sonozaki family. Check, easy. Because Teppei's not in every chapter.
Well, let's stick to like events that happen.
The festival, obviously. The easy peasy. I feel like Keiichi dying happens every fucking game.
He dies eventually, sure.
Eventually.
Yeah,
He never
but like,
dies at the same point.
that's true.
That seems
But
to
I
be
feel
a
like
better one.
Keiichi is.
Okay, I
I would
feel like
almost say
Keiichi's
Keiichi
dead.
is a consistent variable. Much like how Rika is a consistent variable. But it's.
I love how you keep adding things.
What?
Nothing.
Like, Keiichi and Rika are consistent variables. Something different happens to them every game. Nothing identical happens to them every game.
Keiichi and who?
Rika. Yeah. They both vary on what the fuck is happening in the game, contextually, whatever. But,
Well, it seems like Rika dies no matter what happens.
yeah, Rika dies no matter what happens. Fine, then I'll say Rika dies at the end, no matter what happens. There you go. Oishi investigating happens every game? I wouldn't say specific event, but just Oishi being involved somehow, usually with the first person to disappear. Because that's kind of like his whole gimmick, that the villagers call him like the agent of Oyashiro-sama. Because usually whoever Oishi is talking to gets demoned away. I think that's, I pull that from game.
Yep.
So Oishi investigating is a consistent. I would say that them exploring Takano and Tomatake exploring the storehouse is a consistent. Whether Shion is involved or not, I don't know.
What about Keiichi?
Well, we know Keiichi's not involved every game. Because he's not in Onikakushi and he's not in Tatanagoroshi. Yeah, easy. But I would say Takano entering the storehouse happens every year.
Okay.
Consistent, every game. That's like... anything else consistent?
How about
Sonozaki's being the way they are, but that's...
how about we look at individual events and see if they're constant or not? Like things that only happen in chapter 4. Do you think it's a constant or not? Like Irie's death or
Idi's death happens in Tatanagoroshi.
So do you think it's a constant
what?
without
Do you think
throughout
he-
all four?
It's before the Hinamizawa disaster. And then we don't know because Keiichi doesn't live long enough in the first game. That's 2 games where we don't know and 2 games where it does happen. So following your own logic, what you said earlier, sure, it's a
In the
constant
second-
every
In
game.
the second game also, he doesn't
There you go.
know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's 2 where you don't know,
He's
2
just
where you do
completely
know.
secluded, basically.
Yeah. And then, sure, we can call Idi's death a constant. I'm going with the gas thing as a constant. The volcanic eruption.
The disaster.
Yeah. It just, we didn't get far enough into the year for it to happen in Watanagashi. Or, following
Tanagashi
with-
actually went very long. Was the longest.
well, yeah,
wasn't it?
Watanagashi went a while, but as you said, there are
And Rika
an
did die.
inconsistency in Watanagashi.
Rika did die. When he, it was fairly
Early.
well, how, yeah, fairly like Rika
Yeah.
disappears, a night goes by, and then Keiichi goes.
Yes.
So
But-
it's because, but in like Tatari Goroshi, Rika dies that night,
and then the disaster happens.
disaster happens. So it seems like
We already
Rika's
talked
death
about
isn't what causes the disaster. Maybe.
yeah, and that's
Or maybe
fine. But we already talked about that Watanagashi is an
but because of that, right?
irregularity.
Because of that,
How's
right?
that? Yeah. But it's also because it literally says it at the start of the game.
Right, but
Yeah,
You would- you
Rika,
wouldn't use the
Rika
line, yeah.
doesn't get sacrificially killed in Watanagashi, meaning it's an irregularity. Which you could be like, it's only summoned by the sacrificial killing of Rika. Because in the 2 games she gets sacrificially killed, the big fart blast happens, but in the 1 game she doesn't, it doesn't happen. Which then would lead you down to it's a Oyashiro-sama's wrath summoned by the energy of killing the avatar of Oyashiro-sama, and we're back to magic.
are we?
Unless the Sonozakis kill Rika, kill magic cult people, and stop the gas eruption. But those are really your 2 options.
Are they?
You're gonna say that no matter what I say, it doesn't matter.
Are they? I guess another thing you can think about too is the irregularities only happen when there's screen time, right? So
Yeah.
only during the June of 1983, that's the only time irregularities happen. So anything outside of June should be
It's
a constant.
consistent. Yeah.
So things like Rena being at another school and breaking all the windows with the bats
Yeah.
because of insanity or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a constant. That always happens.
That's why we talked about only in the month of June in 1983.
Mhm.
Because everything else this happens every single time.
Yeah. The meeting of all the club members are exactly the same.
Yep. And
They,
for
they
the
show it
same
in chapter 1 and then they don't show it again.
And for the same reasoning, because of, the OG meeting because of Sadako's aunt and where she lived with. Oh my god.
And all the previous
Why did I forget his
Oyashiro-sama
fucking name?
curses are also a constant.
Sadako and.
Oh, what was the question? Sorry.
I forgot Sadako's brother's name.
Satoshi.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Satoshi being a constant, Sadako's parents being dog shit, like Satoshi transferring out with the ominous transfer it out told by Rena in the first game, like. Yeah, all that shit is, I would expect to be constant, but. Nah, as for like shit we actually see in screen time that is consistent across games, that's like. I'll go with Irie dying, Rika being sacrificially summoned that causes
Summoned.
gas. Yeah, and she summons
Summoned
the
to
gas.
another world.
Yeah.
So
She gets summoned to
Rika's
repeat her
death
hell that
basically
she's in.
summons the disaster.
Yeah.
Causes it.
Yeah. As I said, with Rika, magic goes. There you go. That's all I'm saying. You cannot break me out of the fact that Rika is stuck in purgatory and constantly looping
Well, sure.
and trying to break out of all this stuff. So I'm saying with Rika, magic goes. Her death can be like spiritual enough to piss off Oyashiro-sama, who does exist, because of the sacrificial killing and defiling of his avatar, and so he says, fuck you guys, and creates the swamp gas. If you want to say Rika magic doesn't go, but still she time loops, then sure, the sacrificial killing marks for the cult. Hey, time to do this thing and fuck up the aqueduct. But in Watanagashi, you could argue that the Sonozakis take care of him before that happens.
Okay, buddy. Anything else you want to get out? Say? Thoughts, feelings?
My Keiichi note, Rika is time looping. Trust nobody.
All right.
That's all it is.
Next time.
It's that easy.
Next time. Answer chat.
She on gaming.